And there is something else I wanted to talk about. And that is, I simply don't understand how anybody can raise their arm and swear to uphold the Constitution of the United States and then turn right around and break it. Law enforcement has way too much discretion, and they shouldn't have the discretion to violate the Constitution of the United States. And it really makes me wonder, did they actually read the Constitution? Because we got a real problem in this country where so much law enforcement just simply violates the Constitution on a regular basis. And it's so packed with illegal stuff. When I say that I'm talking about the current state of affairs when it comes to law enforcement. You shouldn't have to provide ID, but you don't have to provide ID unless you've broken a law. It's very simple. And yet we see all across this country that they pull people over, or not necessarily pull them over, just pick them up off the streets and say, show us your ID. If you don't show us ID, you're going to jail, because it is illegal for you to not deny us your ID. Wow, really? How'd that ever happen? And they will say, well, you're obstructing justice. Justice comes after judgment. You got to have a judgment before you can have justice. Okay? If you go to court and you're found guilty, then you receive your punishment, and that's justice. You go to court and you're found innocent, you're set free, that's justice. So how can you have judgment, obstructing of judgment, when there's no justice? You haven't been found guilty of anything. And it's absolutely ridiculous, and that is the very essence of tyranny. And it's an awful lot like Nazi Germany. And now you have ICE, which is coming out and saying, you've got to carry your papers. You got to carry your birth certificate, your ID, and whatever else. Probably your tax returns. Who knows what they want as far as your papers. But one of them for sure that they want is your birth certificate. Well, anyhow, that's what's coming. I don't think that's here yet. So I want to talk to all law enforcement at this time. You're familiar with the Nuremberg trials. Well, there's an awful lot of violations going on with law enforcement and the military worldwide now. And I don't know if we'll ever get to the point where all of you oath breakers can be brought to trial. And if you were, ICE, and some of the things you guys have done, I'm assuming you go to prison for your entire life. Okay? And that falls under Title 18, Section 241 and 242 and 1983. The old saying, if your word is good for nothing, you're good for nothing. So you said you would uphold the Constitution of the United States, and your word is crap. So you're crap. You violate your oath, you're worthless. You're good for nothing. Except for abusing people's God-given constitutional rights. And that's all I got to say.